Hey guys, Movie Man here. So, on Sunday, I will be going to see the new horror movie, The Pope's Exorcist, starring Russell Crowe. And, now, some of my American viewers may be a little confused because over in America, this film does not actually come out until next week. However, over here in Ireland, it's actually out today, and I will be going to see it later. I'm going to see it on Sunday. Um, so in the meantime, what's actually quite fantastic is that obviously this movie stars Russell Crowe in his first horror movie role. Um, what's interesting as well is that today is actually Russell Crowe's birthday. Yes, that's right. Russell Crowe is 59 years old today. Um, and I must say he is looking pretty good for his age. Um, Now I won't be going to see the Pope's Exorcist until Sunday. So, in the meantime, to celebrate today being Russell Crowe's 59th birthday, I decided why not count down 5 of his best movies, or at least the 5 best films that I've seen from him. So, without further ado, here is my top 5 best Russell Crowe movies. So, starting this list off at number 5, we have Les Miserables. This film came out back in 2012. So this film came out over a decade ago now. Yeah, Russell Crowe, he stars in the film as the villain, Inspector Javert. And I know a lot of people criticize Russell Crowe's acting in this film. But to be perfectly honest, I actually thought that he did a pretty good job in the film. I mean, obviously this film is not completely about him because it has a rather ensemble cast, and obviously there's a lot of other scenes in this film that there's like a good portion of this movie is without him, but nonetheless, in his scenes, I think Russell Crowe was he does a pretty good job. I mean, obviously there is a lot more to this film than just Russell Crowe, because I mean, we have all the other performances and all the rest of the cast. Of course, there's the plot and everything, but it is a quite a good film, and yeah, I think that Russell Crowe does a pretty good performance in it. So at number 4, we have American Gangster. So this film came out in 2007, 16 years ago now, and this film, it's about it's based on a true story about the mob boss Frank Lucas, who in the film is played by Denzel Washington. He and Russell Crowe previously starred in the film Virtuosity, which I have never seen. And in that movie, Denzel Washington played the protagonist, while Russell Crowe played the antagonist. However, in this film, it's actually the other way around. In this film, it's actually Russell Crowe who is the protagonist, while Denzel Washington is the antagonist. And, yeah, I think it's a pretty good movie. I think it definitely tells, like, the story of Frank Lucas quite well. And I mean, I think all the performances are very good, particularly from Denzel Washington. And Russell Crowe himself does a good performance too. It's quite a long movie, it being like over 2 hours long, but it's quite a good film. A bit violent, but it is still a very solid movie. And yeah, it may not be up there with some of Ridley Scott's best work, like Alien, but nonetheless, it's still a very good movie. So at number 3, we have Man of Steel. Now, yes, I know this is a rather controversial choice, considering that, of course, Man of Steel doesn't didn't get the best of reviews, but whatever, I don't care, I think it's a good movie. Of course, Henry Cavill is brilliant as Superman. It's a real shame that he's not going to be playing him anymore, despite him being teased to return in the Black Adam post-credit scene. So, yeah, that was a lot of wasted potential, but yeah, and I mean, Russell Crowe doesn't play a huge part in this film. He portrays Jor-El, who is of course Clark Kent's father, and like, yeah, I think that, like, he doesn't have a lot of scenes in the movie. He appears at the beginning, and then he shows up as like a hologram or something later on. But aside from those, he doesn't have too many scenes in this movie, but from the scenes that he gets, he does a solid performance. He would reprise the role 8 years later in Zack Snyder's Justice League. And he was pretty good in that film as well. Even though he was only like very briefly, and like, yeah, I mean, he's not really I mean, I know the DCU only has 3 movies left, but like, yeah, he's not really a part of the DCU anymore. Last year he joined the MCU. Of course, you guys remember he played Zeus in Thor: Love and Thunder, and yeah, to be perfectly honest, I mean, from the brief scenes he got in Thor: Love and Thunder, I thought he was just very disappointing. And it seems like he's also going to be a part of the SSU as well, as it has been confirmed that he is actually going to be starring in the upcoming Kraven the Hunter movie, which is going to be released this year on October 6th. And boy, does that film sure as hell look good. But like, anyways, Man of Steel is a good film. I know a lot of critics are very mixed on it, but personally I think it's a good movie. And I mean, Henry Cavill's great as Superman. and I cannot wait to see Michael Shannon return as General Zod in the upcoming Flash movie. So then at number 2, we have LA Confidential. This film came out in 1997, so this is one of Russell Crowe's earlier films. He wasn't really that famous when this film came out in 1997. He started alongside Kevin Spacey and Guy Pearce, and him and Guy Pearce weren't that famous when the film came out. It was Kevin Spacey. He was the famous one of the three when the film came out. He was the actor who was doing well back then. Obviously nowadays it's quite different, but it was 1997. Year my sister was born, well over 20 years ago, and over 25 years ago now, and back then Kevin Spacey was still a star and everything, but at the time Russell Crowe and also Guy Pearce weren't too famous back around this time, and and I also did get it was very praised. It has 99% Rotten Tomatoes, but I think it is quite a good film. It's a good story. I think all the performances are very good. I think the finale is really good too. Overall it's a very good film. They were actually supposed to make a sequel to it, set 20 or 25 years later. I think he and Guy Pearce were actually supposed to come back for the second film. However, it doesn't seem like the second film is gonna come out now for reasons. But overall, LA Confidential is a good film, and it's one that I should probably rewatch sometime, because I watched it 2 years ago now, nearly 2 years ago. But for number 1 on this list, now you all probably saw this one coming, but I have to put this film at number 1 because, this was the film that, got Russell Crowe to fame. Number 1 is without a doubt Gladiator.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Yeah, I think you all kind of had a feeling that this film was going to be number 1 because, this undeniably is the movie that got Russell Crowe to fame. Not to mention it's a great film. It's a classic. This film is almost it's over 20 years old now, and it's already become a classic of the early 2000s. The action is brilliant. It has a great story. There's a lot of great characters in it, and of course there's a lot of great quotes in the film as well.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? entertain? Is this not why you are here?
And in case you guys did not know, next year in November of 2024, we are actually getting a sequel to Gladiator. Yes, believe it or not, we are actually getting a Gladiator sequel. I know it's been like almost 23 years now since Gladiator came out, but like, yeah, in the 2 decades since its release, it's become a classic. So, yeah, it seems like the studio wants to do another one, so yeah, in November 2024, we are going to be getting Gladiator 2. Now, of course, this film won't be coming out until November of 2024. And so, obviously, we don't know that much about the film yet because it's still another year and a half away. But we've heard some things about it. Like, I mean, it's going to focus on, I can't remember his name. He was Commodus' nephew. Yeah, it's gonna focus on him, like he's older now, he's an adult. Although for some reason Spencer Treat Clark actually won't be playing him again. I don't know why, but okay. There's rumors that the Irish actor Paul Mescal is going to be playing him, and like, I mean, I haven't seen anything that Paul Mescal has been in, but I know of him alright. He has been doing very well for himself lately, and he's actually in talks to be the next James Bond, so yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what he does next in his career, and there have been rumors about him being in Gladiator 2, so yeah, not only that, but I know there's also another Irish actor who has been rumoured to star in Gladiator 2, that being Barry Keoghan. You guys will know him from quite a few movies in recent years. Eternals, The Batman, The Banshees of Inisherin. He's been doing a lot of films lately, and yeah, now it seems like he's actually been rumoured to play the villain in Gladiator 2, so yeah, that'll definitely be very interesting. And not only that, but it's even been rumored that Denzel Washington is actually going to star in the film, so yeah, it's safe to say we'll all be quite excited to see Gladiator 2. I mean, I know some of you may feel as if they're only doing it because, you know, it's all sequels and remakes nowadays and stuff, but like, nonetheless, I do hope that Gladiator 2 is a good film. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Happy birthday to Russell Crowe, he's 59 today. And I'll be going to see The Pope's Exorcist on Sunday, so yeah, let's hope it's a good film. And with that, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.